Hey guys, I don't know what I just did with my hands. So I just got done filming a Would You Rather game. I wanted to do something fun. I feel like I haven't really been doing any videos lately where I've been talking to you guys. I am really bored today. I wasn't able to sleep last night and I decided that I would sit down and I would talk to you guys about something creepy. I was sitting here and I was trying to think of some creepy... I was sitting here and I was trying to think of some creepy stories that I have. You guys never get sick of my paranormal stories or my creepy stories. I've come to find that it doesn't even matter if it was a coincidence towards the end or not. Like, you guys just like hearing them, which is so awesome. I, several months ago, probably about 6 months ago, wanted to do this video about what I'm going to be talking about today, but I had a whole plan for it. I was going to go and get a FURBY. I don't know if you guys had a FURBY like whenever they first came out, like back in, I don't know if they came out in the early 2000s or late 90s. I'm not exactly sure when it was. I think it was the late 90s though. They ended up coming out with like several other FURBY editions, and I watched Graveyard Girl do a video a while back where she went on the search for a FURBY, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of feel like I want to go get one. But there's a story attached to this, and there's a reason why I wanted to get this FURBY. I went all over my city to every store that I could think of that would possibly have a FURBY to unbox it in a video and tell you guys this story. And I was so bummed out because when I went trying to find it, I could not find one at all. I don't know if they're getting rid of them again. It seems like they put out a whole bunch of FURBYs and then they get rid of them for a while and they put out some new ones, and I was really bummed about it because I really wanted to get one. Anyways, I'm kind of getting sidetracked. This kind of sounds all over the place at the moment, but trust me, there's a point. I had a horrifying experience with a FURBY when I was a kid. Because I'm really afraid of FURBYs, I was like, you know what? It would be really cool to get a FURBY and open it because they scare the shit out of me after I tell you guys the story, but I could not find them anywhere and I'm so bummed. Maybe I can find one on Amazon and order it if you guys want me to. I'm gonna get to the whole purpose between why I was trying to find a FURBY. When I lived in my old house, this is before my parents moved to the house they currently live in now, and this is the haunted house that you've heard me talk about a lot. Me and my sister, we were deathly afraid of our toys in general. I'm not sure entirely why, but for some reason when me and my sister were children, we had nightmares about our toys coming alive all the time. It was like a dream that we would both frequently have. Like, I mean, I still have dreams singed into my brain that I had about my toys coming alive that would make a really scary horror movie. When it was time for bed, we would take all of our toys and we would shove them in the closet and shut the door, and we would like leave them in there. It was just something that we just did. And I really feel like this whole FURBY experience really just kind of drove that in a little bit deeper, that we wanted to put our toys in the closet. I didn't get a FURBY personally, but my sister did. She wanted one so bad for so long. I remember my mom finally gave in and we went to Walmart to get her one. I remember being there when she picked it out, and I remember we were so excited. I don't know if you guys had the FURBYs, but they were adorable. Ours had this attitude, and I have done research on this and I have found out that some of the phrases that our FURBY would say, other FURBYs would say these phrases as well, but most of my life I thought that our FURBY said things that they weren't supposed to say, because the things that it would say and in the way that it said it was so eerie that I was like, there's like a demon in our FURBY. One of the first things that started happening with this FURBY, our FURBY was not supposed to come on in the middle of the night. This FURBY would wake up and he would just be over there just jabbering. I remember this one night, okay, this scared me so bad. Like, it just felt eerie as hell. There was a little bit of light coming through the window and I could see the shadow of this FURBY sitting on this desk. I woke up to the most eerie thing ever. It was even eerier than hearing this FURBY like wake up and like start talking or humming. It was even weirder than that. Like, it scared me so bad. I woke up in the middle of the night and all I could hear was the Furby opening and closing its eyes. I don't know if you guys ever had one, but they had like plastic eyelids and they would open and close and you would just hear like click, 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 click. And then when its ears would move, it'd be like, like make this like weird like motor sound. I heard this Furby's eyes opening and closing and its ears moving, and it was not talking. And it was in the middle of the night. It was not supposed to be turned on. I remember like looking over towards the Furby and it was so eerie because I could just see it like shadowed out on the desk and the ears just kind of moving. It got to the point where we were so scared of this Furby that my mom was actually concerned that there was something wrong with it. So whenever our Furby started acting like weird and scaring us, my mom was like all on that, like, oh, you know, there's something going on here. Because I mean, we lived in a house where weird shit happened all the time. And I mean, the last thing you really want when you live in a haunted house is to have an object that has eyeballs doing really, really weird things when you have weird stuff happening anyways. And I'm a firm believer, if you've watched my Crescent Hotel video about my camera, the fact that objects can become possessed or have an entity or something attached to it. I believe that hands down. So this was happening a lot where this Furby would wake up when it wasn't supposed to, or it would turn on when it wasn't supposed to, and it was really starting to freak me and my sister out. So my mom just got tired of it. She was just finally like, you know what, I am done, you know, screwing around with this. It's scaring my kids. I don't want to deal with it anymore. My mom decided that she was going to take the Furby into the garage and she was going to try and get whatever was in the Furby out of it. I don't think she was being serious. I honestly think that she was doing that just to make me and my sister feel better. Like, not really taking it too seriously, but she was like, you know what, we're going to get this taken care of so that, you know, my daughter stopped being scared in the middle of the night. And she took the Furby and she set it on top of this really big ice chest that we had back there. And we had turned it on, and the Furby was just kind of sitting there, you know, its eyes open, kind of frozen, not really doing anything, you know, looking creepy as hell. And my mom, she points at the Furby and she was like, "Demons, you get out of that Furby." I'm not kidding. My mom literally was like telling demons to get out of the Furby. I still to this day don't know if she was being 100% serious or if she was doing it to make us feel better. I shit you not. I shit you not. This happened. This Furby starts blinking its eyes and it literally said this. I was just a little girl, okay, and I had weird stuff happen in that home, and my mom just told demons to get out of this Furby. We had never heard it say anything like that. It scared me so bad. That Furby went in the trash. Like, we were convinced that it was possessed. And most of my life, I thought that that Furby said things that they weren't supposed to say, because the way that it did that was just really weird. And I mean, our Furby was sassy as hell. The fact that the frickin' Furby said that to my mom, like, right after she was trying to cast demons out of the thing, like, I'm sorry, when you were a little kid, that is so traumatizing. So with that being said, I still have a little aversion to Furbies. If you guys would like me to do that anyways after hearing this story, leave me a comment down below and I'll try and find one on Amazon or something like that. I'm pretty sure I could find one and order it. But yeah, I thought that'd be a fun story to tell you guys. I've been kind of holding it back for a while. It's kind of funny, kind of creepy. To each your own, whatever you think. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. I hope that it makes sense. I hope that this makes sense at the end of it, but I'm kind of all over the place. I've had coffee. I just played a game right before this video, so excuse me. And get that stuff out of. I didn't get a Furby. And this is actually ironic too, because about 2 weeks ago I found the Furbaka on sale at Walmart and I ended up not getting it because he like speaks like